Hello and welcome to High Noon. Sorry, I almost forgot to start with our intro. Congratulations to the Las Vegas Knights on winning the Stanley Cup in dramatic fashion, 9-3 against the Florida Panthers. Huge win for the city of Vegas. A lot of partying last night. Mintzy and I are pretty hungover. DePaulo is the same, I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same.
He's unchanged by the huge win. Also a huge day here at the World Series of Poker. We've got a ton going on. It's kind of hard to keep up with, but don't worry. We're going to keep you guys completely filled in on everything. We've actually got Mintzy out there on the floor as the $100,000 tournament nears its final table conclusion. Looks like he's with one of the players who made it. But we've got a ton of stuff going on, a ton of news to report to you guys, a ton of updates from the field. It's going to be a jam-packed show. I see the 17-year-old phenom, Adrian Mateos, out there. Obviously, he made the final table despite not being of age. It hasn't stopped this guy from winning all the money. And, yeah, we're going to just kind of break it down for you guys one by one, piece by piece, filling in the blanks. Daniel Negreanu going off on a Twitter space last night. I mean, it's really hard to keep up with all the news, DePaulo.
Infinity news. Tons happened yesterday. Tons happening today. I think they're about to start. Mintzy's ready with Chance Corneth, it looks like. I don't know if they're ready.
Producer John's having some technical difficulties. No, we're going to go out there. Mintzy, what do you got for us?
We can do it right now if you want.
Oh, all right. Well, we got tons to recap from yesterday. Tons going on today. A lot of day two starting right around us. The final table of the 100K is going to be.
Shout out to sorry DePaulo. Shout
Jesus.
out to Gummo Dude. Shout out to Gummo Dude in chat who asked, did they rub your faces in baby oil? Yes, producer John did. Cut out to Mintzy, please, and don't worry about that.
Need every chip that I got in there.
All right, we're live for High Noon, out in the wild, getting ready for the $100,000 high roller final table. And when I think of high rollers, I think of none other than Chance Corneth, who's getting ready for another big WSOP final table. Good luck today. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you very much. I'm excited.
All right, well, I mean, pretty loaded table here as expected, 100K buy-in. How's your chip stack? How you feeling?
I'm one of the short stacks. I got about 18 big blinds going in. There's a lot of great players, so I'm definitely going to need a little luck on my side.
Well, let's look. You're pretty comfortable with this. This is certainly not your first rodeo at a big FT. How's your World Series going so far? I mean, we saw you at the 25K FT.
Yeah, I mean, that was a pretty great start. Almost free roll in the summer, so long ways to go, but definitely feeling good about it.
I know you've been playing super high stakes for a long time, but for you just mentioned free roll in the summer. Like, how does that affect your mental to know you're already way ahead? Does that make you feel a little less pressure, or does that not matter at all?
It definitely helps with mentality. Like, I busted, 7 to 10 days straight worth of stuff, and having that cushion from the first event definitely made it sting a little bit less.
Well, also, you recently moved as a Southerner myself. I'm thrilled that you're in the South. You moved to Nashville with the family. How's that going?
We're loving it. Finally getting settled, making good friends, and happy to be out here for the summer, though.
Yeah, you still can travel for poker. I mean, is it that different of a lifestyle?
No, I mean, not too much. Like, when I travel, it's still the same, and when I'm home, it's more of a husband, father, company type of thing.
Hell yeah. Happy wife, happy balance, happy life. Well, you got all your gear for today? You ready to roll?
Honestly, I was just digging through my backpack, and I thought I was ready, but I don't have any sunglasses in my bag, and I was planning on doing the old school hoodie up, sunglasses on. Maybe I could borrow yours today?
Yeah, well, they're actually, I'll say this, they're the lovely Natalie Bode's sunglasses, and they've been transferred from her to me and now to you for this final table.
Awesome.
So, Natalie, hopefully you get the Run Hot, the Run Good sunglasses for Chance, the final table. Chance also one of the only 3 poker players I've ever played against that always thought he knew my cards when I played him. That's how good he is. Good luck today.
Thought he knew.
Good luck to Chance, the final table. Check out the final table, 100K live stream, 1 o'clock Pacific, right after High Noon, right here on the PokerGO YouTube channel.
So, yeah, Mintzy just giving away Natalie's $600 Dolce & Gabbana sunglasses to wear to Chance at the final table. But that is the final table, 100K. As he said, you could watch the coverage on PokerGo. There's Jan's Aaron's. 4 of the 6 at the final table have won bracelets before. There's Jan's Aaron's, Carrie Katz, Biao Ding, Adrian Mateos. We don't even know if he's of age. Jeremy Osmus, and then, of course, Chance Corneth. Wearing stolen sunglasses that were passed twice now. I don't know how comfortable Natalie is with this, but a lot going on. But there's stuff to recap from yesterday, right?
Well, also just Kerry Katz looking for his first bracelet after 195 cashes on the PokerGo tour. This could be a huge moment for him. $100,000 is the buy-in to this tournament. That's more money than Ryan and I have combined to our names just to enter the tournament. Now these players are playing for over $2 million. Super exciting day. But let's catch you guys up on the news. Sean Deeb, getting paid $1 million just to lose some weight, wins his 6th bracelet last night. I want to show you guys a clip from that with Josh Aurier on the rail. Josh won his 5th bracelet in the 10K limit, then sweats his boy Sean to give him one more bracelet ahead of him, ties Daniel Negreanu with 6 bracelets. Producer John, if you could cut to that clip.
Let's go, Sean! You know what he's thinking right now? He got through all these people and now he has to finish the end box.
He said he wanted to play me.
Well, he got the wish. Let's fucking go.
Stuff. Incredible speech there from Aurier. Yesterday we showed you Aurier getting his face licked by his fiance. Today he gets to celebrate with Sean. Incredible win. You see the glitter hat there. If you could show him the pic, Producer John. I mean, just incredible stuff from Sean Deeb. Legend of the game, cementing himself as one of the best all-around players in poker.
Yeah, he already finished 2nd in an online event, final table to stud, and his philosophy, maybe last year he shared that he believes in not working out, not losing weight, keeping all the fat inside, and storing the energy so he can mentally focus on poker. Now he has a weight loss bet. I don't know how well that's going, but he's just a poker player. It's pretty gangster. Good for Sean. Although I think he should shave the beard, honestly, if I'm going to be a bit of a beard critic, even though I'm not in much position to be one.
Speaking of which, did you get more work done at the barbershop?
No, I just went once.
Did you go to your guy again?
No, why?
You look like you got edged again or whatever.
No,
You been doing edging at all?
No,
Looks pretty crisp.
I didn't do edging.
Shout out to Nova Poker Player in chat. Says, if Sean loses 20 to 30 pounds, Veronica might become his second wife. But we got Adrian Mateos out there, the conquistador. We have not confirmed his age. He may be 17, he may be 18, may have gotten an illegal green card to come and play these events. We don't know. He's so young, so talented, so successful. What is it like to see someone like that and just know you will never achieve anything close to that in your life? What's funny about that?
So stunning, so brave. And he really is, I think, like 26 with like 5 bracelets or something crazy. This is what this meme is about, guys. We're not just making up facts. And with there's like a different, we use the imperial system of age here. Of course, in Spain, they use the metric system. So this may mean he's literally could be 15.
It's like dog years, right? Like Adrian Mateos is technically 26 in dog years, which means he's legal to play here in the States. You see this final table getting ready right next to us. That's what happens here at the Horseshoe. Really incredible stuff. It's going to be an amazing final table. We're going to lead you guys into that broadcast. Serious pregame, a lot of strategy. But also yesterday, the legend of the game, Ben Lamb, wins his 2nd bracelet. Absolute domination in the 10K 08 event. Incredible stuff from Benba. A lot of wine. Saw him last night celebrating in the Aria bar. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy, an ambassador of the game. I don't know, did you hear about this Johnny World story?
No.
So Johnny World, John Hennigan, of all people, comes up to Ben on day 2 of the tournament. They're both sitting with similar chip stacks. Johnny World asks Ben if he wants to swap 1.5%. Ben says, sure. Johnny World just bursts out laughing and says, I'm joking. I would never swap with you or something like that. And then Benba goes on to win the tournament. The swap would have ended up netting Johnny World $7,000 had he made it. Doesn't make it. Benba wins. But we've got El Jefe, Kerry Katz, looking super locked in. I mean, talk about, it's like he's got Helmuth's gear, except it looks cleaner and more professional. Always the same outfit, always the same look for Kerry Katz.
Yeah, more humble, more nice, nothing actually like Phil Hellmuth at all. And Ben Lamb, it's nice to see guys. I didn't know the difference when I was watching the old WSOPs as a fan of poker 10 years ago whenever Ben Lamb final tabled the main and won another bracelet, his first. I didn't know the difference of who would be in the game later, who was actually good, who was Filippo Candio, who was Havad Shakan or whatever the hell these guys are, these wacky, zany characters. Ben Lamb was just one of them to me, but it's cool to see people still around. I don't know. And shout outs to John Hennigan for having ultimately $7,000 troll. I respect that quite a bit.
Gotta love Johnny World, legend of the game. But speaking of legends, we've got Natalie on the rail of this 100K.
Yep. Well,
I'm not
so
sure
why
who
not
she's with,
ship
but
it to
let's
Los
see.
Angeles,
great. Got some friends over there. I live in Atlanta, so I don't get to. We're on air. We're on right now. Okay. We're on air. Okay. So I'm here with what seems to be Chance's. I mean, is this his whole rail right here? Is it you three, the three amigos?
There's more coming.
More. Okay. So let's introduce ourselves. Let's start with you.
Regina Gordon.
Regina, great to meet you.
Randy Gordon.
Randy.
Joey Gargiulo.
Joey. All right, so you seem like the lady in charge here. Tell me about these gentlemen, the relationship with Chance, how this all began.
So they all met in Choctaw at what was the table you guys were playing at?
So I was at Choctaw last May, and I won a Brad Owen Twitter giveaway seat to the main event, and I played against Chance on day one, and I donked off all my chips to Chance right after the dinner break, and he was kind enough to offer me or gift me a 1% sweat in this $3,800 main event. And this is long before they made the money. Lo and behold, Chance wins the event. And it was a delayed final table here in Las Vegas. So my wife and I went and sweated the final table and watched him come in first place. And also, Chance gave me $5,000.
Wow, what a story. Where are you guys based? Where are you traveling from to be here?
We are based in Las Vegas. I'm a poker dealer normally. And it just was ironic that I was there in Durant, Oklahoma, dealing the event. And I got picked, to play in the main event. And, of course, I played it just like a dealer, just donk off the chips.
Absolutely incredible. I hate to interrupt this interview, but you just picked something up that I think okay, we got to get to this first, and then let's visit the book. Let's go left to right. Tell me everything.
Okay, so I have a very interesting story. I went blind when I was 19 years old. I had 3 cornea transplants. And I'm going blind again. And before I go blind again, I figured I'm going to do a bucket list thing. I'm going to play poker for real, right? Never played live tournaments before. I entered a $130 satellite into that main event that Randy's talking about, win the satellite, find myself at a table with Chance Cormack. I have no idea who he is. I spent the whole first day with him. And at one point he goes, Joey, I don't know who you are, but I'll figure you out. And doubled up through him on day 3, take the chip lead, but I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know about switching gears. And I'm a guy that, if you can't beat him, join him, right? I watch this man run circles around everybody. He wins the whole tournament. Meet up him here in Vegas last year when his partner Alex Foxen was up on the stage over there winning the $250K event. Won a bracelet. And I'm like, this is where I belong. I'm going to become a student. Up until that point, I had final table bubbles. I kept coming in 10th place, 10th place, 10th place. I'm 8 weeks into the chip leader coaching regime, right? Dish out some money, not a lot, and I make my first final table, WSOP circuit event. And then on my coming out day, my graduation day, I finished that 10-week course. I won my first World Series of Poker circuit ring, right? Since then, look, these are Run Good Series rings, right? I'm on a mission this year to make a final table every other week, and I already made 14 thanks to Chance. The coaching is amazing, right? And he's an amazing human being. You have no idea. And listen, I just cashed over there in that tournament. I got one of these giant drinks, came over to hang out with my friends and watch my coach. And my other coach is over there in the 3K. You can't make this up.
You really can't make this up. I don't want the audience at home to take for granted the stories that we're hearing in this space. Lastly, I want you to walk me through one more thing. The hat and the earring, they have to have a story as well. I'm from Texas, so I do appreciate a good cowboy hat.
All right, so I've been traveling the country for the last 14 months, right? I'm a New Yorker, all right? New Yorkers don't fit in everywhere, right? So I'm at a boot barn, and I see this amazing hat, right? I thought it was a cowboy hat. It's not a cowboy hat, right? Some kind of Indiana Jones hat. I put it on. Oh, and by the way, shaved my head, right, in tribute of a friend that had leukemia, all right? We won't mention his name, but he's somebody, all right? Because one day he sends me a photo saying, I'm not going to wait for the hair to fall on my head. I'm going to do the Bruce Willis look. And I ran to the bathroom and shaved my head and said, I'm right there with you, right? And all of a sudden now the ladies are like, wow, you look 10 years younger, why not? I put the hat on, and next thing you know, everybody's following me around with cameras and stuff, which is kind of cool, right? And by the way, that's my book. It's about my story. right? So I've been traveling the country, and the look, the earring, I want to be a role model for amateur poker players, the best dressed poker player. You have to dress nice. If you Google me, sometimes you see me in a suit and tie. Sometimes you see me dressed like a biker. You know, I just mix it up, right? But you're not going to find me in sweatpants or, come on. We got to bring some class, right? I'm the guy that when we're traveling, I'm cooking for all of the dealers because it's like a rodeo. It's like a carnival for them, right? So I get an Airbnb. I get a cabin with a kitchen. I go to the dollar store, buy those little containers. I cook some. My family was in the restaurant business, and we know how to cook, right? I cook hundreds of meals for all the people, right? For all the dealers, the players, everybody. Why not, right? It's about spreading the love. People are so uptight in this game. You know what? We're here right now. When I'm playing poker, I'm not in a hospital with cancer. I'm not visiting somebody with cancer. Life is always good. But people just get so uptight. Oh, I had a bad beat. Big deal. It's a game, right?
It is. Incredible people, incredible stories, things you'll only find here at the World Series of Poker, guys.
Well, shout outs to Mr. Gargiulio making 14 final tables, wearing not a cowboy hat, touring the world, promoting his book. I just want to get to, there's a super chat asking us to call some guy Scott a jumbroni. So, Scott, you're a jumbroni. Also, just quickly shoehorning in shout-outs. Shout-outs, happy birthday, my niece Riley, 11. Shout-outs to her. But, yeah, no, chaos going on. You see the people, the type of people who can sit and watch live poker where you can't see whole cards. It takes a special breed of person to have the patience to do that when you don't have a piece and they're not your direct friend.
Incredible stuff, incredible interview, Pulitzer-winning stuff, Barbara Walters level of journalism there from Natalie. We let that interview run a little longer so producer John could reapply hot oil to DePaulo and I's foreheads just to keep us looking good for you guys in chat. But yeah, incredible stuff at the final table. I mean, Chance Kornuth teaching this guy, getting him multiple rings, teaching him how to cook for hundreds of dealers at once. I mean, just incredible stuff. And speaking of which, Nick Palma, a show favorite, has made a deep run here. Day 3 of the 1500 mental health mat with a massive chip lead. So a lot of stuff going on. John, if you could show that Nick Palma, I think we got a little video from him.
Marching on to day 3, baby, in the 1500 freeze out. It started with 2,046 people, and there's only 17 people left playing for a bracelet and 406,000. I got 1.6 million coming back to 50K, 100K, 16 big blinds in the cutoff. We're right in the mix, though. I mean, it can go any way. We're just going to play, solid, see what happens. And, yeah, I really appreciate the support from everyone who's rooting for me. Got a lot of nice messages. Beautiful. It feels awesome. Yeah, whatever happens, I'll be happy with. Just going to do my best. Get a good night's sleep. Just relax. But I really wanted to say I appreciate everyone's support, and you guys know, and girls know how much I love poker. So, noon. Definitely. But yeah, thank you so much. 17 left from over 2,000. Playing for a bracelet tomorrow. Let's go.
Yeah, Nicky, no, I saw him in the lobby just now when we were about to go live. He came back from grocery shopping, and he had a 12-pack of Mountain Dew, a box of cereal, and maybe I couldn't see what else he had in there. But yeah, Nicky Palma looking like constant 5 o'clock shadow in the mornings.
Is he actually your third cousin, or is that not?
Dude, probably, honestly. He probably is. Palma, DePalma. They probably just split our families apart forever at Ellis Island when we came in. And it's been a horrible thing that we've, reunited, like those triplets separated at birth. You know what I mean? And people who wonder ask me, they go, who is Nick Palma? Many people in this show, they're like, why are you covering this guy? Because he's goated. You know what I mean? That type of New York energy is just...
Two different styles here. If you could cut in producer John and show, we got mental health Matt right next to Nick Palma. Nick Palma started the day with a 12-pack of Mountain Dew and Captain Crunch. Mental health Matt opted for a kale smoothie and meditation. We'll see what happens. Mental health Matt with a chip lead, but Nick Palma, a true underdog story, going for his bracelet deep here, right next to the 100K. It's not as much money, but it is for Nikki P. It is for Ryan and I. The real famous Nikki P, not to be confused with Nick Petrangelo, going for his first bracelet today. He's got the headphones in. They'll make him take those off if he makes the final table. A good problem to have here at the World Series of Poker. Just incredible stuff, Ryan.
Yeah, I would guess he's listening to Get Rich or Die Trying, the album by 50 Cent, on his iPod. He probably, perhaps, has a flip phone. But yeah, Mental Health Matt, I didn't know that was his name. I knew of Matt Hunt. I saw him walking in half an hour early with a seat cushion for like lumbar support and like a jug of water. And then, obviously, as I said, I see Nikki P walking in with a 12-pack of Mountain Dew and a box of cereal. Different styles here, but, they work for people differently.
Lonnie Stinson in chat says, just a bunch of abandoned kids. Beautiful to see. Joey DeMush, Ryan DePaulo, Nick Palma, all asbestos victims, but they're doing well here. They're living their best lives at the World Series of Poker, making deep runs. Didn't work out. What happened in the deuce to 7, DePaulo?
I got chainsawed a little bit, actually, in one hand. I mean, they kind of catch up to you quickly. I didn't really realize. I guess we were so deep stacked. I'm not used to limit games that I don't think I would have played pots many differently, but I'm probably understudied enough that it's like Dunning-Kruger that I think I played better than I did because I know less. But yeah, I paid off Alan Kessler. Just one street I think I had to pay until then. But he's has probably never bluffed in his entire life.
And you paid him off.
And I paid him off one, but that's only,
This seems to be a common theme for you, paying off older men who are never bluffing.
Payoff wizard, you know what I mean? I gotta chill out. And then I went and entered the PLO 600. The PLO no limit hold'em mix, which changed. Oh, Nikki P all in.
This could be a quick day for him.
Oh God, we'll read the body language. I can't see the cards.
Oh no. I heard payout announced. This is truly a track. Oh no. He gets the double.
Let's go!
Huge. Nikki Palma. Let's go.
Oh, maybe he knocked the guy out and won some chips.
Sorry,
he goes,
Nick,
let the fans know. Let the fans know.
The fans need to know. Nick Palma with an early knockout. Mental Health Matt tweeting his therapist to let him know that it's probably going to be a longer day than expected.
Mental Health Matt prepared to be next to Nikki.
Shout out to the Solve for Why guys. Berkey.
Conrad. The Tortoise, Landon, all of them. Just in general.
Wapo, just in general.
Just a general shout out to them. Speaking of Joey the Mush, and last night we're here in Vegas, obviously, as I forgot your name for a second, as Will mentioned at the top of the show, the Las Vegas Knights, which is a hockey team, won the Stanley Cup, and I was about to go back out and riot. The final was 9-3. Joey the Mush, of course, pounded the under. But I am used to the East Coast celebrations where I thought there was going to be people flipping cars out of joy, people, home invasions out of joy. But there was really none of that. It was just a lot of private drinking, it seems. And,
no home invasions at all. It's not a New York, New Jersey type of thing. We just celebrate out here in Vegas. We party. We play tournaments here at the Horseshoe, the beautiful Horseshoe Casino, downtown Las Vegas. It's off Flamingo. Come by. We're going to be live most days here. DePaulo will be reading Super Chats. All it takes is $5, and DePaulo will basically say anything. But, yeah, we're here. Looks like Mintzy's getting ready for, I think we've got some of the Solve for Why guys themselves
Tortoise.
live, in person, in the flesh. Is that the Tortoise himself? Let's go out to Mintzy. Oh, Mintzy struggling with the hangover a little. No more glasses. He's going to have to go for the hoodie. Of course, Landon is sleeveless.
How many tables is this?
1,500 free there.
I knew it. So, okay, 2 tables. All right, we're back out in the wild on the rail of the 1,500 No Limit Freeze Out with the Solve for Why crew. We got Landon Tice and Brian LaManna. Y'all here in support of y'all's guy, Mental Health Matt. What's up, Brian? How are you?
Good. How's it going?
It's going pretty damn good. We're all professionals here, just doing the best we can at the World Series of Poker. So you're here supporting your buddy Mental Health Matt. How's he doing?
He is the chip leader. I think he had like a massive chip lead coming in, maybe like almost 2-1. So I think he's got 20% of the chips in play, 17 left. I don't know if anybody's busted yet, but he's got a real shot for his first bracelet.
So he's called Mental Health Matt. I follow him on Twitter. I'm going to guess his mind is right for this tournament.
I think his mind is right. Yes, he is Mental Health Matt. He's very a big advocate for mental health and all the things that come with it. So that's what his Twitter handle is. And, we just need to have him close this thing out.
I sense some financial interest here. Is this true? You have a little piece?
No, not at all. But he does work for Solve for Y, and when he does well, then Solve for Y probably does well. So yeah, maybe in that way.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
That's
well,
right.
all right.
Company man,
Company man. Well, Landon Tice joins us as well. Landon, how are you feeling about your buddy Matt's chances today?
I feel good. He's very, very sharp, very studied pre-flop, post-flop. I like him in this one.
You like him? So, how much does he focus on the mental health as far as aspects helping his poker game? I'm sure obviously it helps in life, but does that affect him at the table?
I mean, there's probably some clarity there when it comes to having ideas of like greater perspectives than just playing the card game. So I think he's doing pretty well.
Well, Landon, this is our second time to get you on High Noon. People want to know, have you gotten your driver's license yet?
Yeah, it's been a week. No, I haven't. I actually had a DMV appointment at the Flamingo, and I couldn't do it today because I was going to play poker.
We were pulling in here just now, and I was parking. I was like, "Hey, Landon, do you like just put your card in, or do you like take a ticket when you're at the gate when you park?" And he's like, "I don't drive." I'm like, "Oh, that's right, you don't drive."
I'm laughing because the cameras are focusing. Look, I'm definitely not wearing clothes from the night before I went to the Stanley Cup Finals, and no. Yeah, I mean, look, like I said, we're all professionals here. We're doing the best we can. Well, good luck. What are y'all playing?
Win has a 1600, so I'm going to do that today. But I'll be here a little bit,
All right. Are you playing a good bit too?
Yeah, a lot of video poker. Yeah, maybe some cash.
A lot of video poker.
Yeah, and a lot of beers on the rail for Mr. Hunt.
Hey, sounds like a hell of a day. Well, and some other notables on Nick DePaulo in there as well. Well, good luck to Mental Health Matt and the Solve for Y crew. Thank y'all for coming on, and check out Solve for Y if you want to learn a hell of a lot about poker and not be out here with me.
It's an honor to be here every day.
I mean, couldn't have said it better myself. All right, back to Ryan and Will.
See Mintzy, big night last night at the game, struggling a little with that hangover, but he's powering through in the wild. Mental health, Matt, practicing mental health at a big final table. Tortoise going to be drinking here at 12:30 p.m. But yeah, Tortoise, one of the most lovable characters on YouTube. He's the kind of the Joey the Mush of the Solve for Y crew.
Yeah, Joey the Mush famously one time folding on not a money bubble, just a day 2 bubble. Someone opened, he had 18 bigs in middle position and just folds ace king just because he wanted to bag chips for the first time. But more importantly, there's a DMV at the Flamingo apparently.
Really?
That's what Landon just said. He goes, I had a DMV appointment at the Flamingo. We will look into this more. I don't know. I want to yell the question live, but I think this is inappropriate. Landon, there's a DMV at the Flamingo? There's a DMV at the Flamingo.
If you guys are looking for your license here in Vegas, Landon Tice has just informed us that there's a DMV at a Flamingo, so you can go get sloppy drunk. Probably don't do that before, maybe after you get your license. But I also want to shout out Jeff Goodman in chat. Says, I want to know if Landon smells like eggs and steam room eucalyptus.
He does. He smells good often. But yeah, no, I'm still can't get over this Flamingo thing. Yes, it's a known fact. Landon smells good. You can come here with nothing, right? Use your rewards points. Go stay at the Flamingo. You can see Donnie and Marie Osmond, a hologram of Whitney Houston, all the great shows, and then you can get a new identity in one day. Go to the DMV with some fake documents. Go get married in one night. Just hit bank of Royal Flush and video poker, and you're good. Come out here. The dream is alive at the Flamingo.
The dream is alive.
DMV.
A license, a new identity. Adrian Mateos may have gone there before to get legalized to play in this 100K, but he's at the final table. And I want to remind you guys to do the most difficult thing you've probably done all week and just gently tap the like button with your pointer finger so we can keep this show going. If you want to subscribe, if you want to share, that's fine. We're getting ready for this final table. It's going to start in about a half an hour, the 100K. It's going to be live streamed. PokerGo has all the coverage for you here at the World Series of Poker. We just get things started with High Noon. I believe Natalie is going to interview Mintzy. I'm not sure what's going on out there, but they're ready for us at the stage. Maybe Mintzy's going to give us a little preview of this 100K.
I gotta hold it together. No, I can hold it together, I promise. You know, it was brought to my attention that Mintzy was struggling a little bit at the beginning of the show. I wanted to check in on him. You look like you went through something yesterday. What's going on here?
Well, in case anyone didn't notice, the Vegas Golden Knights won the Stanley Cup in their 6th season, and last night was one of the biggest parties I've seen in Vegas. And I went to the game yesterday, ended up in a suite. My second hockey game I've ever been to in my entire life. I got to go to Stanley Cup Finals. and it was freaking insanity in there. The energy in that building, I've been to sporting events all over the world. The energy in there last night, one of the craziest I've ever seen. Ended up out after the game. Met this stoolie, a guy named Blake from Montgomery, Alabama. Hell of an American. Never even met him before. Like, hey, man, my fiance can't go. Here, I got a sweet ticket for you. Come ride in the limo. I got to go to the Stanley Cup Finals. And then I end up late last night. He had like a suite at the Wynn. I ended up staying at the Tower Suite at the Wynn. So, it was quite the night. But, kind of struggling a little bit today. And it's definitely not me wearing the same clothes as yesterday. It couldn't be me.
Yeah, I was going to say there's been a stench. People have asked about, do you think it's because you're wearing the exact same articles of clothing yesterday? One, having acquired is that barbecue sauce?
Yes, it's barbecue sauce, unfortunately, yeah. That's definitely what it is. It's not ketchup. But no, I did not get back to my room to change yet. But I did shower, and I did bathe, and I believe in hygiene. So I
showered and bathed.
Yeah, showered. I just don't have product. My hair is all over because I don't have product in it today. But, like I said, we're all professionals here. We show up to work at 2 minutes before showtime, and we do the best we can.
Lastly, you said you met a woman. Who was she? What's her story? Tell us more.
Okay, so there's video. So life never ceases to amaze me. Rochelle Ryan, who very famous on OnlyFans, just a big Barstool fan. So she DM'd me like saying, "Hey, I want to meet you. I'm at this game. Like, I just want to come say hello." So I was like, "Well, hell yeah, I want to say hello and meet you." And so at the first intermission, I tried to go meet her by her section. I get ghosted completely. I'm like, oh man. So I did a video of me getting ghosted by Rochelle Ryan, but then she hits me up like, hey, I'm actually out running around. I got to meet her, did a video. She couldn't have been sweeter. Lovely, lovely lady.
Mintzy is a man of the people, as always. Felt like he owed you guys an explanation. Thank you, Mintzy, for your side here explaining the hair. Guys.
Good. So, mental health Matt, I just saw him talking to the rail. He, he's who the Solve for Why guys are rooting for. He has position on the great Nicky Palma. But I think he's drawing dead, you know what I mean, as we saw. They're deep in the 1,500. There's $400K up top for that. On the other side of this room, there's the final 49 of the $600 PLO No Limit Hold'em mix with 20 out of 2,700 entrants. And then on the other side, I guess there's multiple sides is fair. It's the final 50 of the 3K6 max, which is also run like a turbo. Many of the regs complain about that, but I think Big Hooney chip leading that. It's really crazy. A lot going on here, and I'm part of none of it. I actually played the $50 freeze out just to get my confidence back last night on WSOP.com and came in 4th place for $600. But
talk about a waste of a run good from DePaulo. Uses his WSOP final table run good to win a few $100s. Could have been hundreds of thousands, but not to be for DePaulo. But we've got Nicky P and Mental Health Matt continuing to engage in battle. It feels like a clash is going to happen between these two different styles of eating, of playing, of mental wellness. And yeah, I mean, let's show you guys, if producer John can show you Mintzy last night at the hockey game. Part of the reason he's a little under the weather today was he ran into, I believe that's Rochelle Ryan. Yes, it is. And yeah, Mintzy met a lady last night at the game, had a lot of fun. The Golden Knights win the Stanley Cup. Cutting edge stuff here.
What run good? His second hockey game ever, and it's like when the team wins the Stanley Cup. Of course, the energy is insane. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Mintzy is #blessed. But speaking of blessed, we got Mental Health Matt in a big pot here. You see him reaching for the chips and scooping it. Big chip leader in this 1,500. Like DePaulo said, there's a ton of stuff going on. Gazzy B, the only vlogger with less views than DePaulo, is deep in the 3K6 max. Have you guys been competing in that area or not really?
I don't want to be like a douchebag. I don't know who that is.
All right, well, someone we do know who it is. Phil Hellmuth tweeted this yesterday. I want to show you guys this tweet from the GOAT himself, the bracelet winner. It's a little difficult to read, producer John, but we'll let you audiences enjoy this. Just the classic Phil Hellmuth segment here, live on the show for you guys. A lot going on here at the World Series of Poker 2023. Make sure to smash that like button. Do it for Phil. Do it for Mr. DePaulo. Do it for Joey DeMush. Do it for Nick Palma, the real Nicky P. Do it for Mental Health Matt. Just smash the heck out of that like button. Hit it as hard as you can. If you can multi-account and get someone else to do it for you, that would be great too. We really want to keep the show going. Got to feed the algorithm. And Meanwhile, Nikki P in another pot. See what's going on out there on the floor. Our cameraman up to no good as usual.
Maybe checking the other table because there's the final two tables of that 1500. I now read this Phil Hellmuth tweet, and the sentiment for those of you who are illiterate was that he forgot how great he was, essentially. He has multiple of these tweets per summer, I'd say, where he's feeling a little down, feeling fatigued, remembers that he has millions and millions of dollars, 16 WSOP bracelets, and is probably God's gift to mankind, and then feels better about it. So, and Oreos, and ate some double stuffed Oreos. You see the double chin pose there, even though he's not a fat gentleman. You know, I got to meet him for the first time last WSOP, and we were speaking in the hallway. He had just overcome COVID. I knocked him out of deuce to 7 single draw last year when I first played with him. Needled him by mistake. Apologized. He was like, "It's all good." And then I said, "Are you feeling better?" And he goes, "I have," almost like Trump in a way. He's like, "I have the best doctors in the world. Of course I'm feeling better." It's like very Hellmuth is Hellmuth at all times. D-Negs is D-Negs at all times. Daniel Negreanu is very nice, easy to root for, you know. Mattisau probably is Mattisau. I don't know him at all personally. I know maybe a little bit, but...
These guys are who they are. Phil,
who's the biggest fake in poker?
The biggest fake in poker? Probably Rob Kuhn. But let's go to this other Phil Hellmuth tweet. Here, ran into... I think this is Darius Rucker from Hootie and the Blowfish. Big night for Phil last night. Always running into celebrities. Always making waves. I think that's the high limit room at Aria. A lot of action last night. Was having some drinks with legends, Kyle Julius, Alan Keating, a lot of other legends of the game. But we're going to show you guys what's going on in the field right now. Keep it moving here at the World Series at the Horseshoe. I'm not sure what tournament this is.
So Phil Hellmuth there again for the illiterate ones, posting that some lyric. I don't know what goes on in his brain. It's like
Nobody does.
It's like really successful people in every area are pretty insane and imbalanced in their life. You know. Speaking of Rob Kuhn, he is amazing at poker and coaching, and very fun to be around. But he has boxes from packages on the other bed in his room. Like he is not balanced. You know. And I think to be really successful, you have to be an absolute psychopath weirdo tweeting out, meeting Darius Rucker, and then tweeting out lyrics that don't really relate to the situation.
Speaking of not really relating to the situation, DePaulo, for some reason, has pulled out his Blue Shark optics, potentially getting ready for the daily. What do you have planned today, DePaulo? What are you going to be playing? What's on the menu?
I think I am going to play the Ario one day 600. The Aria one day 675K. What we're looking at here is the final 40 something in the Super Turbo, and it's a no limit hold'em PLO mix, $600. Every 8 hands the game would change. I played that after I busted the deuce to 7. I lost like 2 pair to a set in hold'em or something, but it's funny. Everyone knits it up in hold'em, plays properly, and then PLO everyone just goes insane. PLO tournaments are an interesting dynamic, and I've done okay in them. I believe you're going to play one today, correct? The 1500? So I don't know what you think. If you'd rather be a cash game PLO player with no tournament experience or a very good at tournament and ICM player with very little PLO experience. So who do you think does better in these?
It's a toss-up. I would go with the PLO experience just because you need the 4 cards. You got to know how to play the game, but very close. The ICM stuff is important. I did play this $600 event, busted 2 bullets, great tournament. You register yesterday. I registered at 4 p.m. Today, at 4 p.m., they'll be playing at a final table for a few $100,000. I like the quick structures. I like keeping things moving, like DePaulo on the strip on his skateboard. Are you skating around out there at all?
I have not been skateboarding this year as we sweat. Somebody's all in against somebody in the 2-card
Huge
PLO.
all in here. Pause the tape. Massive all in here in the 600. We do have the 100K starting soon, but this is a massive all in pot. I'm not sure if that's Rob Salaburu. Somebody's going to the rail.
But, yeah, I have not been skateboarding. I brought my skateboard. I didn't bring skate shoes yet. I need to do that. I got to get up on my physical fitness. Yesterday, John Party challenged me he just wanted me to work out with him, so we tread water for as long as we could in the pool. And he lasted like 40 minutes. I lasted like 30 for a quick little workout.
Wait, you just treaded water?
Well, and then we would take breaks and run. We had to sprint out. We had to swim to the edge and then run and jump off this cliff. And his watch said he burned like 500 calories.
I don't understand. Did you tread water or did you do cannonballs?
It was a mix. It was a like the PLO Hold'em mix. It was a combo draw. And to your point about having tournament experience, I don't know PLO that well, but I've had some success in PLO tournaments that I've played. Like I won a ring online in it and finished 4th in the 2021 online when all the bracelets were in July 2021. Where Zamani actually got me. And I don't think this is like run good bias. I think that having some tournament knowledge was helpful compared to the cash game players who know the game much better but are only used to playing like 100 big blinds deep. But the PLO tournaments are fun. Good luck today. I didn't know you fired yesterday. Which game did you get got in?
I got showered pretty hard in PLO, flopped a monster wrap plus a flush draw. Unfortunately, the guy had me in bad shape with a higher pair and a flush draw. Didn't work out. But I wanted to give a quick shout-out to Rocco Latti. I don't know if you're familiar with him. He's an ACR Stormer. He's making a deep run in this 1500. So we've got another horse in the battle with Nikki P, with Mental Health Matt, going for a bracelet, going for, I think, over $400,000. I mean, these prize pools are just crazy. Come down to the Horseshoe, buy in for a few hundred, a few thousand, a chance to win 6 figures in a couple days. I mean, it's just incredible stuff here.
Get a new license at the Flamingo DMV, which we learned about earlier.
Make sure to stop at the Flamingo. Get yourself a new license like Landon Tice is doing. We're going to follow Brent out to the main room, the jungle, see what's going on out there. We got a lot of action today. 100K is going to kick off right here, guys, in about 20 minutes. Huge final table. Kerry Katz, Chance Corneth, the Conquistador, Adrian Mateos. We will get a confirmation on his age before the summer is out, I promise you. As well as Jeremy Osmus. Some of these guys just don't lose, ever.
Yeah, I saw him registering it. He was saying hi to Randy Ole, and I knew, I don't know either of them very well, but so he was like, hi. He was like, oh, you playing the 100K? And then somebody was like, yeah, it looks pretty good. And I was like, I don't know how many people in 100-something person field do you need to see that look like they can't play poker to be like, it looks good? And also, I'd be scared of that they're in a 100K buy-in. They may look bad, but they're probably just unknown Euros, maybe. It would have to be a guy like we saw earlier, Mr. Gargiulio on the rail for Chance Corner. If I saw guys with a cowboy hat and a straw and a champagne bottle, that's fair to say it looks good. Other than that...
Yeah, we did get confirmation from our producers that Mr. Gargiulio is Ryan DePaulo's uncle. Long-lost uncle, Chance Corneth fan. I mean, Chance has these amazing stories of these railbirds that he's given pieces to. He's taught poker lessons. He's taught dealers how to cook food. I mean, what is this guy not doing?
I don't know, and I meet a lot of people who watch my channel and stuff, but I just have nothing to give them. I can't offer them coaching. I don't have enough liquid or non-liquid even to back any of them.
What is non-liquid?
Non-liquid's like my house that I had to put a lot of money down to buy because they didn't respect the YouTube title being Degenerate Gambler. So... Seniors?
Yeah, hold on. Stop the presses. No more house updates. We've got an update from the Seniors Deep Stack here, bringing you guys everything. It's not just the 100K. It's level 7 of the Senior Deep Stack here at the World Series of Poker. If you're an elderly person, come down. There's something for you. There's something for everyone here at the World Series of Poker at the Horseshoe. Remember what to do, guys. Before we kind of lead you into this 100K, smash the like button, subscribe, send this to your grandma.
They love deep stacks. Why do old people love starting with like 1,000 big blinds? Like, what is wrong with them?
It's just a mental thing where it doesn't matter what the blinds are. If you just give someone 50,000 chips, they just feel like they have a lot of money. It's a placebo.
They need to start the seniors at 3 a.m. and start them with like 330,000 and make the blinds like 17.5K and just really mess with them mentally. Make it like a 17-hour day one. Turn it into an endurance fest.
Speaking of which, we got some shots from the seniors. Can we confirm? Can we get some updates? Are these guys actually above? What is the cutoff limit?
There's so
here?
many age gimmicks going on here. Between Adrian Mateos and half of this field, there's a lot of shady stuff going on, probably through the Flamingo DMV. I don't understand how young you have to be a senior. A lot of people and
we got some celebrations. We got Frankie
Sorry.
B in chat says, I'm coming next week to hang with you guys and win some tournaments. If we could just get security to kind of keep a lookout for Frankie B, younger Italian man who will be here next week. security doing a great job. You don't see them, but they're constantly protecting us from the craziness as we show you what you guys really want to see. Not the 100K, not day 2 of the 1500, not the 600 half and half, not the 3K 6 max, the seniors daily deep stack. I can't even keep a straight face for this one. I mean, just an incredible show today from the Pulitzer Prize, Barbara Walters level of reporting that Natalie Bode, our own, has done. From a hungover Mintzy, I think he's sleeping somewhere right now. He'll be back in full force. Had to kind of get through the game. We all did. It's over now. No more hockey, thankfully, for at least a few months. DePaulo's more of a baseball guy. Are you a Mets or Yankees fan?
I'm a Mets fan.
The curse.
The curse that even when we're good, we're not good. But at least we can spend money now. At least we're out from under the Bernie Madoff rip-off circle. Looks like
Speaking of Bernie
a
Madoff,
senior eating a banana.
Yeah. We've got Natalie with the senior eating a banana. Let's go out to her real quick.
I'm here with Kerry. He just actually told me he was surprised he'd be pulled for an interview. You shouldn't be. This is our main event. Tell us about this event right now. What's going on?
This event is one of the classics that you can possibly enjoy. It's featuring us all older folk who have been at the World Series of Poker for many years, and they're all experienced, and they all have their own little way of playing. And it's lots of fun.
Are you playing in this event? Are you up next? What's going on?
Oh.
Okay.
And I did build it up to 65,000 chips. The very last hand before the break, I had 2 pair, put a big bet in, got called for an all-in, and the guy hits the 7 of hearts for the straight.
Tough way to go out. It really is, Kerry. Walk me through.
Followed that up with pocket jacks right after the break and got killed by the same guy.
Well, we're here for you to vent to about it. You know, you got an interview at least. Walk me through the banana. Is that your snack of choice? Is this breakfast, lunch? What was the decision to grab the banana today on the way out the door?
It's easy to handle.
Okay, just we have different snacks on the show. We got
peeled it upside down.
Oh wow. Okay.
Did anybody know that?
Know what?
If you peel a banana, peel from the top, and you always have the stem to hang on to.
Wow, I did not know that. I don't know about the
There's
viewers.
a tip for all you poker players out there that are buying bananas. That's the way to peel it.
Well, Kerry, thank you. I learned more than I have in a very long time. Kerry from Canada, guys. Appreciate
Thank you
it.
very much for interviewing me. I appreciate that. And good luck to everybody out there. And one last
Incredible
comment.
work from Natalie in our field right now with the seniors event. Look at that banana. I mean, for only $5, you can get one of those at the WSOP Cafe. Kind of one of the better deals out there right now on the Strip, other than being able to get a license at the Flamingo DMV. Natalie taking over for Mintzy. Mintzy a little under the weather. He is still alive. Barbecue stains and all. DePaulo's here with me with the sunglasses, completely polarized, Blue Shark optics. Incredible stuff. Thank you guys so much for being here today. We are going to do what I know everyone is waiting for, the WSOP main event trivia with Ryan DePaulo. Running out of names, so we're going to start with Espen Jorstad.
2022.
Yes, that is correct. We're then going to go to Corey Aldemir.
2021.
Then Bill Smith.
2020. It's got to be. No.
It's in the 19s.
1979.
Almost. 1985. Bobby Baldwin.
1972.
Close. 1978. We are done for good with the WSOP main event trivia. That's all the names we have, unless you guys want us to start recycling.
Or the runner-ups. I betted about 400 in that game. You know, for a big poker fan, someone in poker, I could stare at the walls. You literally can see them in the background behind us, guys. Like, you guys probably could do better than I've done at this game simply by turning your head. But I'm not a cheater. You know what I mean? I don't angle. Well, I will. I'm actually pro-angle.
Do you not angle? I thought you did angle.
I heard a sick angle. We're running out of time, but that the guy misstated his hand. Maybe I'll save it for next show because it was very hilarious. He did it. He executed it correctly, but chose the wrong hand to say he had and got called. But
The best angle I've heard of is DePaulo posing as a poker pro, getting a sponsorship from ACR, just completely pulling it off. Now he's in the punter's pad doing water treading cannonball workouts with John Party. A lot of alternative styles out there. What works for you may not work for someone else, Nikki P is buying 12 packs of Mountain Dew and eating Cheerios on day 3 of a huge 1,500, a life-changing potential score for the most famous Nikki P, not to be confused with Nick Petrangelo, great player in his own right, just not nearly as famous and well-known in the poker world. Nick Palma, I can't imagine what the pool scene is going to be like if he does ship this.
It's going to be crazy, and just with outplaying a guy who's all about mental health, mental preparation. Nick Palma is.
Speaking of mental health and preparation, we've got the high roller at 1. Starting in about 10 minutes here, guys. We've had an amazing time hanging out with you guys, as usual, here on High Noon. It's always a pleasure. It's always a blast. We got something different every day. We're going to be here all summer at the World Series of Poker. DePaulo will be playing events as long as he still has money, maybe getting a new backer. I'm not really sure. We may get a Joey DeMush entrance. We're going to try to give you live updates on whether Landon can get his license and if Adrian Mateos is indeed of legal American age to be winning all this money, because that should not be fair if it's not the case. He should not be able to win millions of dollars and bracelets as a 17-year-old. Just not fair for anyone, really. But yeah, DePaulo, what's your goal for the summer? Is it to not lose a lot of money? What's really your main purpose in life for the rest of this series?
Yeah, at this point, I got to take it a day at a time, man. But no, I'd say to not have mental blow-ups, to not absolutely punt, to not get home and see that it's a 0% thing. So just to not obliterate it.
To not obliterate the bankroll, doing cannonballs with John Party, treading water. Can you show us a little what you're just on land, what it looks like when you're treading?
Yo, they're like you felt it in your.
You do that.
I'm like pumping up, like trying to get the crowd quiet like a quarterback or something. I don't know. That's a pretty embarrassing thing to be asked to do for some reason. I don't know why I feel very vulnerable right now, Will. I think we got to wrap up soon, though, right? Don't they have to do some...
On that note, we're going to have to wrap up. We do have the 100K starting soon, guys. Please tune into that. Tune in tomorrow. We got great shows for you guys lined up, jam-packed stuff. You know what I'm going to say. For the dealers, the floor men, to that guy eating the upside-down banana, to the Barbara Walters Pulitzer Prize-winning work from, our sideline reporter, Natalie, from Mintzy, who's now sleeping in the break room, our cameraman / producer, Hanks, our producer, John, keeping the technical difficulties to a minimum, oiling up our foreheads with hot oil to keep us looking good for you guys. You see DePaulo, we did get a fresh oil batch. We're going to try to keep that going, keep the shine going. For the homeless guy in the street sleeping outside, just having a little siesta, thank you guys so much for being here. This is High Noon. Appreciate it.
We're in the hallway at Paris at the World Series of Poker, and we have got some serious merchandise for you to check out. Let's take a look around and see what we can find, because I know there's a lot of items I'm looking forward to wearing this summer. It's always cold in these rooms. Look, it may be hot outside in the desert in the summertime, but you're still going to need a hoodie when you're at the World Series of Poker. And we've got a bunch of good ones for you to check out. We got PokerGO Tour, pull over. We're joined by Brian.
Hello.
Well, I'm about to go pick out some merch because luckily for me, I think PokerGO felt sorry for me and hired me this summer. So I need to get some PokerGO swag to rep out here at the World Series. Brian, what should I get?
I would say first I would spin a wheel, because then you can get a 10% discount.
10% discount? You're telling me I don't get free merch? Look, I thought it was assumed I got free merch coming out here. I'm really kind of going through a tough stretch here. You sure you don't have anything free for me?
100% do not have anything. I have sticker. Want a sticker? Let's go to the wheel.
Okay, let's go to the wheel. It seems like PokerGo's doing pretty well. I didn't know times were that tight.
Yeah, no, times are definitely tight. Definitely tight.
Well, maybe let's spin the wheel. The wheel, I've been told the wheel is just. So let's see what we get. Let's see if I can run a little better with this wheel that I've been running out here so far.
Look at this. An annual PokerGo subscription. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm so honored. And while you're at it on the annual PokerGo subscription, if you want one of those, sign up with code Mintzy, $20 off. I mean, you have to get PokerGo. We're the best World Series of Poker content all summer long. check us out. Live streams of featured tables, and we got a high noon show, the only daily show from the World Series of Poker.